Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to Stoneblock. In the last episode, we were doing some work. We were trying to make singularities so that we could finish up and make our first infinity catalyst, which is expensive on the EMC, but is really cool. So yeah, we need to get a bunch of things. We needed to get a bunch of singularities, which meant we needed a lot of silky jewels. Silky block of jewel, rather. So I've been spending some time. Full disclosure, okay, I gotta talk about something. So when I went up here, I had my dimlet in the, or my dimension in the machine over here. It was fully powered. We have enough power and all that kind of fun stuff. And I went up here and I went, hey, let's go home and dial Silky. Must be the name of the world, right? No, the one I wanted to go to was Silky Void. So Silky is a dimension I don't have anymore. And so I went in there. The dimension was not powered. It collapsed. I died. My stuff was there. So I tried to use a command to get my stuff back. Didn't work. So what I did, and full disclosure, I did cheat a little bit to get my stuff back. I tried to get it back up. There were no backups that were anywhere close. I think the last backup was one where we were trying to make the Silky dimension. But what I did was I just went into creative mode. I teleported to the dimension, gave it a bunch of power, switched back into survival, broke my stuff, and well, that took a couple of tries, but there was mobs around. And then finally went back into creative mode, got my stuff, got out of the dimension, came back home, and went back into survival. I want to make clear, I did not bring anything bonus, like there is no other items, I didn't creative mode anything else. I literally just used it so I wouldn't die in the collapsing dimension. So, full disclosure, that's what happened. I don't have any footage of it because, well, it kind of was unexpected. I was just gonna, go do some mining of silky jewels, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, I do have all the singularities, so we're just gonna break that, and I believe we can just go ahead, and I can't shift click these, so it doesn't matter where they go. FYI, it is a shapeless recipe. Some recipes are shaped, some are shapeless, just like in normal Minecraft. And here is the Infinity Catalyst, which is a quest. So start a Stoneblock, Infinity Catalyst, we'll get a loot chest, and the next thing it wants us to do is make Infinity Ingots. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do is teach the system how to make that, and I want to see, can we make more? Oh boy, that is going to take a lot of EMC to make another Infinity Catalyst. I have quite a bit just kind of hanging around. We don't need the chest anymore. But to make a second Infinity Catalyst might not be possible. We're a third of the way there. Not even a third. Alright, let's... Oh, right, they don't. I forgot. They don't drop all the contents. So things might not go the way I want them to this episode. So we just do that. And oh boy, it's going to take a ton of EMC to make more of these. Now here is the question. I might have to do some math, and that's awful. That's very unfortunate. I do have more silky blocks of jewel in here. I've been mining quite a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and open this loot chest. Invar hammer. Can we feed it to... We can. Okay. So, here's the thing. This is a lot of EMC. I'm going to have to rethink a lot of things with this, because I cannot just duplicate these this way. It's way too many silky gems, jewels, whatever. Silky blocks of jewel. But there is a second one. Okay, so... Oh, man, this is not going to be fun. So... We can make multiple of these. Can I get the excess back? Thank you very much. We'll just store those in there. I do have another full bag of silky blocks of jewel. FYI, I had to dye one of the quantum bags because the quantum bags actually link if both are the same color. They have the same inventory, so it doesn't work quite that well. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, EMC. How am I going to get a ton of EMC? So I could make a matter relay and have just gigantic things to give us a ton of matter or EMC from just nothing, just from sunlight. That is something I could do. Is there any... What is going to be like the most expensive block I can think of? Like, beacons are just a little bit above. So if we look at... I think silky blocks of jewel are the best. They're $250,000, which is not bad, but that's not very good. And so here's the thing. These things, in order to make the infinity catalyst, yes, it is what? Almost 3.5 billion EMC, but an emerald singularity is if it shows me a block of emerald that has, so emerald is about 150,000 times basically another 10,000. That's a lot of, I can't do math in my head. That's a lot. So we're going to have to come up with a way to get a ton of these, because in order to make infinity ingots, which we're going to need quite a few of, we need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 infinity catalysts each. And we're going to need at least a lot. I want to make the armor, and I'd like to make the sword. The sword is really important. Now, is there anything else we can kind of work towards? I mean, we can make the transmutation tablet. We could get the Gaia Spirit ingots. Those wouldn't be too bad to do. But there's concerns. So, what to do? I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and we're going to try to solve this problem. So I'm going to look into kind of the best way to duplicate these, and I think what we're going to end up doing, so I need to refresh my memory, is using the energy collectors and the energy relays. No, not energy relays. What are they called? EMC. Antimatter relays. So let's go ahead and make... we can make the top tier, not a problem. So we're going to need a furnace. Let's go ahead and make these, and then we'll come back and see what we can do. So we're going to need a block of diamond, not a problem. We're going to need a bunch of obsidian. So each one takes 6, 7, 7. We're going to need a furnace. So let's see. So 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like this. And then we're going to need, we put the diamond block there. Why not? Doesn't really matter. We're going to need a piece of glass for the first one, and then a dark matter and a red matter for the second one. And is that not the recipe? 3, 6. Oh, wait. Not those. There we go. And then that will charge. We'll get the anti-matter relays, and I'm going to have to look up how to set these guys up. It's been a very, very long time since I've messed with this type of stuff. But we can make these gigantic things and call it a day. So I don't really care about the lesser tiers. Are these used for anything other than upgrades? No. Are they used for anything? I needed one for an energy condenser. Do I already have these? I do. What am I doing? Alright, so I am going... Yeah, power flowers. That's what everybody called them. And so that is what I need to look into. Where is Project E? Power flowers. Linking... Yeah. So I am going to step away for a little bit and figure out what it is I need to do to get these things to work the way I need them to. So I'll come back once I have something figured out, and we'll see if we can't make a bunch of EMC fairly easily without too much mining on my part. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so memory is refreshed, and before we go there, it's time to pick up something. So we're gonna... Nope, that's not how to pick it up. Left click. I want to duplicate these guys because that seems like a really good idea. And honestly, the watch of flowing time is not expensive. I don't need more than one. And let's just get a dark matter pedestal. And there we go. So yeah, I think I'm ready to do this. We're gonna potentially accelerate things, and I believe you just left click it. No, right click it. There we go, and that can just stay. So where are we gonna set this up? Well, obviously we're not gonna do it here. It's gonna be easier to go to the other dimension, the mining dimension, and do things there. I don't think we need glowstone, but I don't think we need glowstone, so we're not going to take it. Alright, so we're going to need a ton of resources for this to work out well. And yeah, let's just come right over here. This will be good enough. What we're going to do is we're just going to plop down an energy condenser right there. No big deal. Now, we can make multiple of these, and we could use these to make multiple things. And so what we're going to do is, around this, we're going to just put these antimatter relays. Now, these have some storage, as well as other properties. But then, to make the flower power, or the power of flower, you just surround all of these guys with the energy collectors. And there we go. That's it. That's all it is. Now, if I wanted to make something, if I wanted to duplicate something, let's put the dark matter pedestal there. As you can see, we're going to get a lot of power pretty quickly, but not super quickly. So one thing that we're going to want to do, I probably should have checked this before. Alright, so that'll be fine. F9. Obviously, making more than one of these is going to make things go faster. So we're going to want to make another one. Let's just do something like this. Oops. These things break really easily, for the record. And so that, the condenser, relays, and then back to the energy. So this should be collecting energy, and it is. I want to see if it's faster with like glowstone, or I could be doing this completely wrong as well. I actually don't know, and we're just gonna do something like this. So I think that is everything. I believe you might be able to make these a little bit stronger, but I don't know. So I think that one is actually splitting between two. Unfortunately, that's the problem. The collectors do the antimatter relays do not transfer to each other. So you have to transfer to something that will store. And there are ways to make things a little bit better, but this will be fine. And what we can do, so all these things should be storing power. We're going to put a pedestal right in the middle with a watch of flowing time. Now, if I tell this to start making, and I tell this to start making infinity catalyst, we can speed things up, and it's going to take forever. That's about all there is to it. Now, I can make a bunch more, and even better, because this is completely passive, if I can remember where the button is, we can chunk load this area. So this chunk is not only claimed, but it is also chunk loaded. And we can put like 4 or 5 more in here and let them just kind of run. So that is something we can definitely do. Are we going to? I don't know. This isn't necessarily the best way, but I do want to do a quick experiment. Let's get rid of the chunk borders. I want to do a quick experiment. Does it matter if I have glowstone on top of them? So I believe what glowstone will actually do is it will, at least if my memory is correct, it allows the collectors to always work. The collectors are effectively solar panels. They work off of sunlight, direct sunlight, but if you put glowstone on top of them, I believe they will always work. At least that's what I always did. Things could have changed, but let's see if this catches up. So we're at 175, 230. They seem to be going the same speed. So it at least doesn't like negatively affect it. So I'm going to go ahead and add these because why not? Doesn't negatively affect it, doesn't matter. And just to get this a little bit more EMC, is there something else we can do? So it looks like we can also burn EMC in those to make them go a little bit fast, like so that they continue going. But this is getting 38. Does that seem right? These should be collecting 40 EMC per second. 35, 35, 38. Yeah, I don't know. Because each one is only getting the full effect of one, and then it's splitting 3 of them among each other. So that is, I don't know. Anyways, we can speed this up definitely, and I think this is just the leftover because it can only transfer so much. The output rate is 640, so I mean nothing is getting stored, so that is good enough. But yeah, these are not the fastest, but it is something we can do, and just let those set and forget about them. So we need to figure out what we're going to do about the rest of the quests. So I guess let's go ahead and we can at least start planning not any of this stuff. The infinity armor. So I'm gonna have to do math. So let's get what we have to make left. We need the infinity armor. So this stuff, which are really powerful. However, they are very expensive. We are going to need the World Eater, I believe is the quest, which is the pickaxe. It is really good. And I'm going to want the Sword of the Cosmos, which is infinite attack damage. It will one-shot the Chaos Guardian, which is why I want it. Most of the stuff is not too terrible. Apart from the fact that it requires a ton of infinity ingots. So that is kind of the bad part of that. Now, what else do we need? Yeah, so the World Breaker is the last quest in this line. Draconic Evolution wants us to do Chaos Guardian kill, Catacore, and Chaotic Fusion Crafter. Which we'll need a Chaotic Core for that. So let's just go ahead and get that on the list. And then the last set of quests is the Tome of Knowledge and the Transmutation Tablet. Now the Tome of Knowledge, easy enough. We're going to need an Indus Pearl. I could make that right now, but that's not important enough to really care about. But we are going to need to make the Transmutation Tablet. And that's going to require a bunch of Neutronium, quite a few energy condensers, plastic, red matter blocks, and 8 infinity ingots. These Ender Stars, do we have any of those? No. So can we make an Ender Star? Okay, so we can make one. That's fine. And then do I have any more? Of course I do. I'm going to continue storing these. Wow, that is a lot. We don't need that many. I think a stack is more than enough. We can just put that in there. So we're going to need, what, 8? Yeah, we just need 8 of them. So everything else we can just put in there and forget about. So we have the 8 Ender Stars. What else are we going to need? Quantum storage units. I think, yes, I have that over here. And I made way too many. So we only need 4 of these. Yeah, that's way too many. We're going to need a transmutation table. So let's go ahead and just do that. We just need 1 of them. And I like keeping an extra just in case. I think it's already learned from this guy, but I hate using this. It's a pain to store EMC in there. And then, you know, is there anything in here that we're going to need? Can I make another extreme crafting table? Does it have EMC? It does have EMC. Let's make another one. Because why not? I kind of dislike that they sound like glass, but there's a stack. I don't need that many. Learn that. And I'm going to just put 1 in here. So let's see, we're going to need stuff for the infinity ingots, which is not too bad. And that's it. So we're going to need 2. I'm going to just do something like that. Work just fine. And we can go ahead and start putting stuff in here. So this goes dead center with 4 of those around it. And we are going to need the Gaia Spirit ingots, which are going to be a little bit challenging. We can do that, though. It's not too much of a problem. It is a little bit more Britannia stuff. But then these guys go here. Double clicked. What else do we need? We're going to need Neutronium. Let's go grab some Neutronium. I have quite a bit. I AFK'd here for a little bit. So we have plenty of Neutronium for now. And I'm going to have to do math to see exactly how much we're going to need. But everything except for the corners. You know what? Let's get the corners done first. We need Mark IIs. And we're going to need 4 of those. I'm going to keep like 8 of them aside just for potential use. Let's go ahead and put those in there. So these go in the corners. And the Neutronium goes around like so. Quite a bit of Neutronium, but nothing too major. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need red matter blocks. So that is 4 red matter into a block. And Oh boy, that was a lot of EMC, but whatever. Let's see. We're gonna need those every other. There's 4 on the top, and it's gonna be mirrored, and it's probably gonna be symmetrical. Yep. Okay, so pretty much all we need is the HDPE sheets, which we might have a few ready. Let's see. There's the pellets. And then turn these into the sheets. It's the enrichment chamber. We'll put 1 pellet away because we don't have enough for all of them to work. And enrichment. And that should make those the plastic HDPE sheets. Are they not getting pulled out? They might not. Okay, I don't know why, but these guys are all full of power. They just graphically don't look like it, and it's really disconcerting. Don't split. Now split. HDPE sheets. So apparently they just weren't in the system yet. There we go. Don't know how many we need of these, but I don't think it's that many. Alright, cool. So all we need is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 infinity ingots and 4 Gaia spirit ingots, which all things considered isn't too bad. So what we're going to do is next episode, because I'm going to go ahead and end it off here, I am going to sit down and I'm going to figure out exactly what I need, and I'm going to try my best to not go insane waiting for it all. So the other thing that we're going to need a lot of is the crystal matrix ingots, which we do have, and we can make these pretty easily. Yeah, we can make plenty of those. And so I'm going to figure out exactly how many infinity ingots we are going to need. And from that, how many infinity catalysts we're going to need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get them. I will supplement things with the silky blocks of jewels. And the plan is next time we're going to get the Gaia Spirit ingots. That's probably going to be the first thing we do. But I also just need to kind of sit here and AFK for a very, very long time. I'm gonna make sure that this is the better way to do this, because if making the Infinity Catalyst is easier using this recipe, then I'll go ahead and do that. We can get the Neutronium pretty easily. Most of this other stuff is pretty straightforward to collect. The only problem is the singularities are also really nasty to make. And so that's the kind of question of, is it worth it to do it this way, or is it better just to do it this way? And it might be a combination of me adding things to it to get this, because it's going to take a while. We're at, yeah, 100 million, and it's very, very slow. So I don't know what to do for sure, but I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to try to get as much of the stuff prepared for next time as I can, so that we can, well, hopefully get close to completing this. Once we get all the items, it's only going to be another episode, maybe 2, depending on how long it takes us to make some of the other stuff. So that's the plan. That's the idea anyways. And so I have a lot of sitting around and waiting to do. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.